does it not work? Ah, there we go.
This guy comes along and...
Are we on? Looks like we are. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is CJ. This is CJ Investigates. Wait for that plane to go. Bit of a clue to where I am today. Right, so today we're in Luton because the people of Vauxhall are protesting because the parent company Stellantis are threatening to close the plant here, so there'll be no more Vauxhall, and this is be devastating for the people of Luton. Let's see what we can find out. Police liaisons there.
Football teams are just, yeah.
Hiya. Education for all.
My daughter just left and she's fifth generation. I'm third generation. It's what we need to know.
Are you busy?
And it's diverse.
Hiya. I'm live streaming to YouTube at the minute to cover your protest. Is there anyone who wants to talk to me about it while you're here and stuff?
Yeah, we want to keep the plant.
Sorry?
We want to keep the plant.
Yeah. How long's it been here, the plant in Luton?
Probably about
120 years.
120 years. And they want to throw all that away.
Yeah.
How many people actually work here? Do you know?
11 to 1200.
1200.
1100.
But it affects not just Luton,
Yeah.
but all the surrounding
Yeah.
Hertfordshire as well as Bedfordshire.
And it's all those families as well, isn't it? With all those jobs got.
Yeah.
I mean, how can Luton sustain that, really?
No, it's hard.
Crazy, isn't it?
And they've got to think about it. You need to have something, some kind of manufacturing, don't you?
Yeah. Do you know what happened with the guy, the CEO that walked out or something? Don't know anything about that. Okay. All right. Thanks for your time. Anyway.
Cheers.
Hiya. You got a lot of support here today. I'm currently streaming to YouTube to cover your protests. Anyone want to talk to me
Talk to you about what?
about what you're doing here?
Trying to save the plant.
Yeah, same. I get that. Do you think it's a so? Do you know anything about? Because they were saying, I heard on the news report about the CEO that walked out. Apparently, he did a bad job or something, and they went under a cloud.
I don't know the way he...
Anyway, so it's all, as you can hear, plenty of support for the people of Luton here in keeping the plant alive. So really, Stellantis should listen, take note of what's going on here. Oh, there's a fair few people here. Loads of support, as you can hear by the beeps. Obviously it's a peaceful protest. You're not going to get opposing factions turning up here at this sort of event. But yeah, apparently they're planning on protesting for 2 days, so they'll be here again tomorrow. But yeah, here 1,100 people work for Vauxhall currently. That's 1,100 families. What are they going to do if it shuts? No work. Yeah, there's talk of relocation to Ellesmere Port, but who wants to do that? Up sticks and just move? It's crazy. I don't even know where Ellesmere Port is. Are you here in support of the protest here?
That's right,
Are
yeah.
you connected to them at all? Do you work for Vauxhall or anything?
No,
or?
no. Well,
Oh,
I'm a Unite activist. So.
all right.
I'm a Unite member, but I work for Greenpeace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, but I mean, it'd be awful if that goes. I was just talking to someone over there. They say they're about 1,100 people.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
1,100 families.
Yeah.
The people of Luton. If you, you only have to look around the town and see how people are struggling.
Yeah. Do you live in Luton?
Well, I live in a van, so I live anywhere I park.
Right.
But yeah, generally, I've got a job here.
Right,
Well, based
right.
out of Luton.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just come.
Do you work at the plant?
No.
Yeah.
Basically, I just go around and I cover like public interest stories and stuff like that in my spare time.
Yeah.
So that's why I come down.
Right.
Heard about it on the radio and stuff,
Yeah.
and obviously
I think this
it's of
might be
public
coffee,
interest, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for your time
Yeah,
anyway.
cheers.
Are you part of the Unite? No.
No, my son
Oh,
is.
all right. Okay. Are you part of Vauxhall?
No, I'm retired.
But you're just here
Yes,
in support.
supporting the
Yeah,
family.
I don't blame you. I mean, it'd be devastating if that goes.
I know, he left school, became an apprentice, he's worked his way up all
Wow.
the way through to night shift supervisor for maintenance.
Yeah. You get that.
And right
With-
before
That's
back-
all.
dreadful, isn't it? He knows this is.
Yeah. But
Well-
they've been gradually getting rid of stuff because, like, their place near Sun, that's all flat.
Yeah. This land, I believe, it's the fact that Ellesmere Port land is not worth much, but here, because of the airport,
They want it for real estate then, don't
yeah,
they?
they do. That's exactly what they want.
They'll
it
get
for.
rid of it and put like
A load more of them
load
on
more of
there.
those blocks.
Yeah,
won't
because
they?
we're becoming a suburb of London, so they just want to.
Yeah. And that's why rent's so high, isn't it? Here.
Do you know what they're selling them flats over there? £300,000.
Blimey.
Well, someone in Luton can't afford that, but the Londoners can.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
that's
of
dirt
course.
cheap for them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's unreal, isn't it?
So as usual, it's all about money.
It is about money.
Because this doesn't operate at a loss, does it?
No,
It's actually
running at a profit.
profit.
Yeah, it's
So
the
why
only
would you get
plant
rid of
that's
some?
running at a profit.
Yeah,
So there's a back reason for
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and all I can think of is the land.
yeah. I think you're probably right there.
That it's prime, and that's what they want it for.
Yeah,
I mean, I went through this with my husband, but when they closed down Vauxhall, he'd been here for 24 years.
yeah. You get
And-
generations that have worked here, haven't
Yeah.
you? People in Luton.
My father worked here.
Yeah.
And then my husband. But they gave him 18 months and they gave him support to retrain.
Yeah.
They're giving these guys nothing.
Nothing, just out the
They
door.
just dropped it on them and get on with it. It's
So when have they
horrendous.
talked about a possible date for closure then?
End of the first quarter, yeah. So start
what
the
sort of
second
April?
quarter, April. Yeah.
They're aiming to close in April.
That's what it looks like.
That's awful.
It's dreadful, isn't it?
Yeah,
And tell you that right before Christmas.
yeah,
and then,
exactly.
You know.
So now everyone's worried over Christmas
Yeah.
about everything's in the balance, isn't it?
It
You
is.
don't know whether you're coming or going. You don't know if you're going to have a job. You
And
don't know
it's-
if to pay your rent or
exactly.
food or what.
I was so stressed out for the first 4 days
Oh,
when they
bless
announced
you.
it. I don't think I'd slept.
Yeah, bless you.
You know, and the family are the same. His daughter, she's in the middle of her mock GCSEs.
Yeah.
The school rang him up and said, look, she's going to pieces. And it was all
Oh,
because
bless.
she thought he'd have no job
Yeah,
tomorrow,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
She was panicking.
Yeah.
But
They
you
don't.
know,
They don't affect the knock-on. They don't
It's
understand the
what's
knock-on
happening,
effects
it's the
for the
people.
families and people.
Yeah.
It's a real people story. This
It
one,
is a
isn't
people story. It really is. It's not. It's because, like you say, it's profit making. This
Yeah.
plant.
Yeah.
If it hadn't have been, I could have understood it. But there's something.
Yeah.
And I remember when Carlos Tavares first took over. It's Stellantis. We're not into closing plants.
Yeah. Right. And
Yeah,
look at
unless
it.
there's land behind it.
And
or
what-
we're going to make a few million.
Do you know what happened with him? Because apparently he walked out or something.
They fired him.
They fired him, did they?
Yeah, he was going to resign. Well, he had to go anyway because he just wasn't doing the job right.
Yeah.
And then he resigned and walked away.
Right.
But they, well, he said he was going to resign and walk away, but they fired him before he could.
Right.
So hopefully, you know, but he still get his handshake, you see.
Oh, of course.
So one back
CEOs
to
always
him.
do, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like football managers, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
They could do the worst job on the planet and walk away with a few million.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who cares, you know, because they've just got it in the pocket. There's something at the back of this. There is something
Yeah.
I'd love to know. I'd love to be on a fly on the wall in Stellantis' boardroom and find out what really is at the back of it.
Maybe
'Cause
follow the money
it's the only plant
that
that
makes
was
a profit.
making any money.
Yeah.
So it just
Don't make
is
sense to
absolutely
close
no
it, does
sense,
it?
is there?
No. Why would you close something that
Why
runs
would you?
well, been going for 100 years?
And hitting every product at the
Yeah.
target that you want them to.
Yeah, yeah.
Something's-
You've obviously got a group, you know, from a business owner's perspective, you've got a profitable business, local people that work hard, do their jobs really well, and make you a fortune,
Yeah.
and you want to do that to them.
Even if they're going to get 22 million, which is
Yeah.
probably what the land's worth,
Yeah,
it's only a quick profit.
yeah,
This plant's staying open another 10 years.
yeah.
You make them double that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense.
No.
I don't know what's behind it, but I really would.
Well, I
love
think
to
you're
know.
onto it. It's money, isn't it?
It is money. It's
Someone
what it
little
comes down to.
dig and follow the paper trails.
Yeah, I think, you know, the government need to really stick their heels in now and make them.
Yeah, but I mean, look who we got as government. It's a joke, isn't it, really?
Well, bloody. The Tories were worse because they knew this was in
Yeah.
there and they did nothing.
They just did nothing.
They didn't even attempt to lower the EV, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's killing
Expectations.
EVs are killing the car industry.
Well, they are.
All across the board.
Yeah,
Every company.
yeah.
Because no one wants them.
No, you can buy a Tesla second-hand, but pick them up for nothing these days
Yeah.
because, and everyone was like, yeah, look at my Tesla.
Yeah.
Not now.
No.
You can buy it second-hand anywhere.
Yeah. There's,
People don't want them.
there's a guy I follow on YouTube, and he's got this Porsche Taycan, which is an EV.
Yeah.
He bought it for, I think, 140 grand. I think it's only about just over a year old, and I think it's worth about 40 grand. He's the last time he said now.
A friend of ours, he got a posh fella he is, wasn't
Yeah.
really a friend of ours, just a friend of a
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
He got himself a Tesla. One of his tyres got punctured.
Yeah.
He had to replace all four of them, but they were £1,000 each.
Blimey.
How can you afford to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
It's the cost as well that's
It's the
attached
cost.
to the
It's the
electric
cost.
vehicles.
We haven't got the infrastructure.
No.
You can't go anywhere, but you know, reasonable.
Yeah, and there's nowhere to charge them
Yeah.
offhand. You know, well there is, but there's massive queues.
Yeah,
There.
and it's if you do it out on the road, it costs you a fortune.
I know.
It's more than diesel.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just can't.
I mean, I've got an old transit van, and it costs me. Well, now the diesel's gone down slightly in price. It costs me
Yeah.
about 85 quid to fill it, and I get 540 miles.
Yeah.
I can go to Scotland without stopping.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
You wouldn't do
You
that.
couldn't do that in an EV, could
No,
you?
you could not.
No.
It might be slightly. It's not that much better for the environment because of the battery life,
Yeah.
all that kind of crap.
And if you look at the environmental impact of what goes into making an
Yes,
electric car,
exactly.
and then you look at the people that are not actually buying these, they're leasing them for 3 years.
Yes,
You know, how is that possibly green?
it's not green.
You know,
It's not.
you need to buy yourself a diesel, maintain it, and keep it for 20 years. That's being green. Repair
Yeah,
it when it breaks.
exactly.
Yeah, not having to have a new car every 3 years to keep up with a
That's
neighbour.
Exactly, you know what? That's all it's about.
Yeah. And once they
get
get people in EVs, then they can remotely turn them off anyway. They've got all that built into them. So if they don't want you driving anywhere, they can easily stop you. Yeah. Remotely.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? It's
And
just all
the fires and everything. Like, you know, the fire at the airport.
I know, that was caused by an EV, wasn't it?
Well, it was a hybrid because it's a Range Rover EV.
yes, that's right.
And
it was. Yeah.
when you saw the picture of it from the rear, it was all up under the passenger seat where the intense flame was. That's where the lithium batteries kept. And they
And
said, oh no, it's a diesel.
The thing, I knew it wasn't because the way it kept burning and burning and burning and burning.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is what
you can't
lithium
put them out.
batteries do. No.
Yeah, yeah. And the fire brigade say the only way to
took
deal
them
with
5
them
days,
is
come
let them burn out. Yeah.
5 days to burn out diesel car.
No, no.
I've seen enough burnt out cars to know that.
Yeah, yeah, of course. All right, well, it's been lovely chatting to you. Thanks for your
my
time.
lovely. Thank you.
You take care, and I hope I really do hope for the people of Luton that you manage to overturn these decisions.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
All right, you have a great day.
Support is really welcome. Thank
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, take care.
People finishing.
Right, so that's the end of today's stream. We've seen the good people of Luton here doing their protest. I've spoken to a few people telling me about, I mean, that lovely lady there that I've just spoken to, what a lovely lady. You know, generations of people have worked here, trained here, worked their way up, and they want to take it all away. And it's obviously due to money, and it's not because that's not making profit, because it is. So it's all about greed, possibly the land. Right, that's all about it from me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, or don't. Subscribe and follow and all that.